Alright, a couple small things here as we put this back together. You'll see that it's never any fun to tear off these freaking little crimp clamps, but it is a lot easier if you use just regular little clamps with a 1/4 inch on the end. That's regular hose clamps. We'll use that in a couple places. But what I did is I decided I was not going to use the hose that was attached to the new pump because it wasn't as long and as flexible as the old hose. Old hose looks pretty good. I mean, it's built to hold up for, you know, unlimited number of years in gasoline. So what I did was take that old clip off of this nipple. Doesn't matter if you break the old nipple. You know, it's just built into the pump, so if you break it, no big deal, just get it out of the hose. But if you're careful, you can get it off of there by twisting and pulling. Put it back together. The other thing you'll see is there's a couple electrical connectors. This is actually pretty clever. So you can see that they're different widths. So you can't really get the wrong connector onto the wrong pin. One thing you will notice is that these connectors have locks. Okay, so when you go to pull the connector off and it doesn't come off, what you need to do is this little plate on the back of these connectors with a foot that sticks in and locks it into those holes. Actually, I think what it does is it locks it to the top. A little too close. So what you need to do is make sure that, you can see here that I've done it, you open that little plate, a little tiny screwdriver, pull that apart, and then these will pull right off the pins. So that's just important to note. Again, you don't mess with any of these plugs, any of this stuff up here. I just want to attach the new pump, and which I have. I haven't attached the connectors yet, but you can see here that this is the smaller of the two. Shoot, I can't do this with one hand. But I'll go ahead and put those back on, and then come back and finish the job. Oh, you know, the other thing I want to do right now is we'll go and make sure that we've got the new gasket in place. Don't forget your new gasket. That will, as you do this, sorry about the lighting change, that new gasket for the tank will just sit down on there. You do want to replace that because my old one was flat, a bit brittle, and if you could smell what I smelled right now, you certainly don't want that smell in your cabin. So, you know, go ahead and replace that gasket. And again, I just put a big fat bolt in the end of that hose. It's not real tight, but it's snug enough just so I didn't have my pliers in the way. And again, make sure you got plenty of rags because any residue that you leave in here of gasoline is going to smell. So that's it. Let me go finish this and we'll put it in.